I really should pull in all the changes people have been making today. Come on. Come on. Let me pull in the changes. How's it going, people? You missed the stream yesterday. It was a good stream. I definitely deleted it. It looks like they fixed squad stuff. Yeah, I probably will want to play. I got tilted the other day and I haven't wanted to play it again yet. And I was hoping that the update would like add a lot of content, but it does not seem to have. It just seems to have added a battle pass, but like I feel like this weekend I'll probably want to play. I can't. It's a simultaneous, like, I'm still tilted at the game and I'm making really good progress on my game. So I'm not playing for a few days. Like Casey was asking last night, and I was like, nah. It's a nice shirt. I think I might have got it. I forget where I got it, but it's a very good shirt for Florida. I'm glad they fixed it though. That kind of bug is inexcusable. Inexcusable. Unacceptable. Let's see if I didn't totally break parsing. You watch Stalker, that's a good frickin' movie. The secrets of this land are contained within 4 stories, 4 seeds. To the north, a band of heroes use their quirky talents. Okay, so the subtitles still work. To the west, that's a man delves ever deeper in search of the root of truth. Okay. That's good. I was going to do some stuff for in-level character dialogue. Like, not dialogue even, like monologues, like barks. That's why the title of the stream is Barks, which is sort of goes back to, like, barks are sort of what the guards say in a Thief game, is the origins of that in the games industry. But here we're just going to use it to mean little things that characters say once in a while. So, yeah. Feel settled into St. Pete. Yeah, I'm digging it here. I'm digging it here. Are the goblins going to bark too? No, just the characters. Am I only on working late night? I have been working since this morning. Why do you think I would work only late night? That would not be a good way to make something out of your life, in my opinion. Okay. So, we have this thing. Now, see, I'm going to want a couple more features. I'm going to want to be, so for example, I'm going to record some lines for the fighter, and like, I don't think they should be a bunch of tiny files. I think we put a bunch of things into one file. And so I think what we do is something like this. So we say something like, say something like this. We're not even going to put a time in front of it. We're going to say embed in Warrior Heroes 1. That's going to be the name of the file, and a time offset in that file. I'm just going to record some junk at the beginning to test the embed, right? And we'll say here, I'm just making up these times. Are we talking like grunting when pushing rocks? No. No, that's a different thing. That's just sound effects. This is like ways of building character through incremental storytelling over the course of the game. Okay. I think I'll name him Mel Goblin. Yes, it's exactly like that. That is exactly what we're doing. We are talking about how the characters name goblins Mel Goblin. All right, so Oh, this is plus embed. Label remainder is break by spaces RHS. Okay, value success value is parse float 32. Let me just do this. Keep this parallel. Like, people are so worried about parsing things, and it's so easy. Like, if you can't parse things, you need to finish learning basic programming. Okay, now, so we don't have a place to put this information. All right. So this is a subtitle section. Name embedded in embed. Let's call it embed name, embed offset. All right. If empty, we are in a file that's just called name. Okay. Okay, so we will say current section. Actually, don't I assert on this? Why don't we have current section? I was going to do that, and then I didn't. All right. Let's change that. Because we need to write things onto the current section. Oh. Frack. I see why I did that. It's so that we can dereference it without worrying about if the pointer is initialized. Okay, so if we don't have a current section, okay, current section dot embed name equals label current section dot embed offset equals value. I need to break there. It's not C. Success. Bro, I gotta fix that bug. Embed is not an event type. Okay, so that's great. When we play things, we don't know anything about any of this now. And we don't have a way to play them. So I'm going to build a few things up in a row, and then we'll see what happens. Yes, I'm writing out the values because you don't want to be sad if you serialize. It's just good standard practice. The whole feature in C where it does them for you seemed like a good idea at the time. It's a bad idea. It's a bad badge. The idea is badge. You can eliminate the numbers, but I might make it a build option to disallow that if you want to for your code base. Or I guess we can put that in manual checking. It's just a bad idea, though. You really should always do it. Okay, so parse float 32. Why am I looking at that? Because I'm sitting here staring. I am staring. Okay, so there's two different branches of things to do. One, put things in the game that trigger these things. Two, actually three things. Two, record the temporary VO. And three, make these actual features work. Let's record some temporary VO with our fabulous Goldwave. All right. This is some junk at the start of the file because we're testing that we can skip over it and see stuff later. I'm free. Finally. 40 days without pushing things. Way too long. What is going on with all these crystals? And we were not recording the right device, I think. So that was my practice for the practice. What? Yeah. All right. Go computers. I just figured that since I was talking to a microphone to everybody that would actually work. And that's not how computers work. Okay, options. At least in Reaper. Maybe I should do this in Reaper. Maybe I should just get rid of Goldwave once and for all. I don't even remember. How do I frickin' do this? Why can't you put your options in a normal place like anybody else? Like, where's the device? Is it in control? Oh, it is in control properties. Maybe. Device. It's recording from the headset microphone from the device that is turned off. That's great. Testing. Okay, this isn't working either. Guys, oh wait, you have to push this. Okay, now it's working. All right. Is this finally working here? Yes, it is. See, there's a little waveform. Okay, good. No, I meant no. All right. If you want to succeed in the games industry, record from the correct microphone. This is the section before the actual file content that we are putting here to test that we can correctly skip over it to subsections of the file. So here we give the advice that if you want to succeed in the games industry, record from the correct microphone. I'm free. Finally. 40 days without pushing things. Way too long. What is going on with all these crystals? There we go. I guess that's fine. I don't know. What is going on with all these crystals? Okay. "40 days without pushing things." All right, so we have a file. Oh, we have to figure out where in the file that these numbers are correct. That is the next step. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The actual file content, they really skip over it to subsections of the file. So here we give the advice that if you want to succeed in the games industry, record from the correct microphone. Okay. So 36.94. I'm free. Finally. Wait. No, that wasn't right. $36.94 is the end. This is 21.68. 40 days with. This is 25.97. Too long. This is 31.17. What is going on with all these crystals? Okay. So now where did we do, is it in story? Yes. Okay. So here we're going to say see, we're finding this directly in the sound catalog. All right, so we're going to have a separate function because it's going to be a little different than play cutscene. We're going to go play bark. And we're going to go some name. And we're going to look that up in the subtitles. Okay, if not these subtitles, log error, attempt to play bark, but there are no subtitles, so we cannot look it up. That's actually kind of not great. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. Okay. We'll figure it out later. Or return a bool. Okay. So, we need to look it up in the subtitles. Make sure that we do this at startup. Yeah. Okay, so we load the subtitles. And now we find, we must get, I guess we get the current subtitle in here. get instant. Oh, these subtitles is the set. All right. Section found is, I'm just going to do this. I was going to make another function for it, but like it's literally right. Subtitle set. You know what? This is like, I kind of want this to be in the opposite order. I want the big thing first. So, language, it doesn't have a name. Okay. So, we've got the section. If section dot file name is ifx section dot embed name, then else dot name. Okay. Section.embed offset. Okay, and then the whole thing about drawing the subtitles on the screen is going to be handled by the other system that we already did. So this just starts it playing, and then we look it up every frame and we draw the titles. Why do I set the data of the file handler to an empty string? I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, I work on so many things. I'm not going to remember one random thing. Sorry, I do so many things every day. I'm sure I had a reason. My to-do list or my done list today, here's how many items are on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 things just today. Oh, I get what you mean. So you don't want to remove the dinit call because it might have local data that, you know, I don't, in theory, I don't know what data it is doing things with behind the scenes, right? So if you remove that, then you're not cleaning that up, right? Human brain can only hold 7 things. I mean, that feels like my brain. Okay. okay. So now what? Got my frozen sody pop now. Okay. Play bark. Subtitties. We're working on the subtitties. I think this will work. I don't frickin' know. I keep forgetting the same thing. What was that error message? Event type embed is unknown. What? What? Oh, I didn't put it in here. I mean, really, I probably shouldn't hard code these, but it is what it is. Lol. Failed to find or create instant. What does that mean? Line 56. Failed to find or create instant. Oh. Right. It wants me to put a time no matter what. Honestly, we should just make one always. Now what? Non-ascending time. Wait, why are we non-ascending time? Okay, I guess this is the first time we've only ever had more than one. Okay, so every time we make a new section, we want to say got next time is false. That way we don't compare it to the previous. There's all these mistakes I made yesterday or whenever this was. Oh, still another one. Another one and another one. Subtitle warning, non-ascending time. Warrior 1 hero start. What? What? No, this is not even correct. Because now that we have offsets, it's okay to be negative. It's okay to be negative, people. Ow, I hit a weird Windows key combination. Heisenberg. Another one. And another one. And another one. Wait. I was looking for errors at startup. They would have been before this. What is running on my computer now that everything is taking so... Look, I just hit enter. It took so long to run the thing. I think Bram Chia is mining on my machine. Okay, we have some errors, but they are not related to what we are currently doing. Okay, so let's just make a little developer command that plays a bark. That is how we close the loop and make sure this works before having to do the things. Okay. That's just so we have somewhere with a better frame rate to do this on. I think we just do this. Like literally, that's all. Okay. Now what? This is the section before the actual file content that we are putting here to test that we can correctly skip over it to subsections of the file. So here we give the advice that if you want to succeed in the games industry, record from the correct microphone. We also don't end at the right place. I'm free. Finally. 40 days without pushing things. Wait. We also don't, I'm realizing I'm realizing that we look things up by sound effect name. Which is not great. We could do a bunch of complication, but we're going to do it differently. We're going to actually put a field on the issued sound that says that it's yeah. Version 3, we're going to say okay, when we play a bark, all right, and then when we do the play cutscene, when do we call play cutscene? I actually don't know. Did we actually set that string? Because we were playing it hard-coded in the function, which means that was the only one that would ever work. Initial directions. Okay, so theoretically that'll work still, which is fine. So we need to say get current whatever clear cutscenes for undo. All right, this should be a subtitle section name. Okay, so you know what? We don't need to do that. Useless. Okay, so play bark. Update story. Update story. What? Where's the story stuff? Excuse me, fellow kids. What am I? Oh, it's in HUD. That's why. Get playing subtitled track name and time. Okay. Okay, and then so what was it called? Subtitle section name. Note this returns the absolute time within the file. Must subtract the embed time at the calling site. Is that great? Maybe not. Okay. So instant and section. So we subtract the embed time. Okay. Get instant needs to return the section. Embed time, embed offset it's called. What is it called? Subtitles section name. Bro, Heisenbug. What is going on my computer? Are people like submitting builds? No. What is going on? Con host. Tortoise SVN is doing its things. So these are our server processes. All right, so Tortoise SVN, and of course, anti-malware service executable is our best friend. We all know that. Dude, the Heisenbug. Look at how often that's happening. That means I'm going to actually fix it soon. Like once it happens often enough that I can just run the debugger and catch it, it's easy. All right, 863. Because time is an Apollo time. Dude, I kept doing the same thing. Get that out of there. Find any good restaurants? I mean, there are no amazing restaurants here. What was my favorite part about my college days? College sucked. I hated the whole thing. Okay. This probably still won't work for some reason.
This is the section before the actual file content that we are
the offset didn't work.
That we can correctly skip over it to subsections of the file. So here we give the advice that if you want to succeed in the games industry, record from the correct microphone. I'm free.
Okay,
Finally.
neither is working. This is weird.
these crystals.
So we're just gonna step through and just look for problems. And if we don't find problems, then at least we've narrowed down. Like, for example, if we see that we're stepping through and we're playing the right bark name and we're poking the offset onto the thing, then that's good. Oh, let me check the entity pass real fast. So this is what sort of pokes things from the sound entity into the stream. Okay, we don't appear to set the offset here. That's it. It's not the only problem, because our titles are also just not appearing if we wait through the file. But here, so the play cursor, yeah, we need to somehow designate the end time as well, which we don't have a way to do. I forget what units the play cursor is in. I think it's just in samples, like not caring about the number of channels. I believe that's right. Okay, so it's literally the only thing that sets it. Okay, so I'm just going to cheat and skip ahead by 15 seconds, hard-coded, and we'll see what happens. So let's see what happens.
The correct microphone. I'm free.
Okay, so
Fine.
that's good. So we just have to do that. Okay. Now, do we have something for a premature end? duration total. We're not going to use that because that's tied to some other things. Okay, so flaw in our data already is we don't really say
Finally.
when it ends. So we need to tell it when these end.
40 days without long.
30.31. And then
Jules.
33.93. Okay. So in the post pass, do I really need to put this here? So the clip duration. Okay, I realize another thing that's wrong. Because we're saying what file we are embedded in, but those names, see, we're saying where it starts, but see here I'm saying fucking 0. That's bullshit. This encoding is a little bit confused. If you know what I mean. What should I do about this? Okay, so we want to just be able to look in the file and type all these things. We'll come back to this after I figure this out, after I get my head straight. So we want to be able to just look in the file and look at these. So, I mean, honestly, this is fine while everything's burning. this is fine. So embed doesn't even say the start time. Embed doesn't say the start time. It just says, yo, my main man. And then these things are these things. So when we parse embed, we do not do this. Okay, and we do not do that. And there is no embed offset. And was anyone even using that? Oh, no, but, well, maybe not. But this thing also, that's the wrong thing. Embed offset. Okay. We do not do that. Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to go, yeah, okay, what's it called? Look, there's a control G in my file. What is happening? Emacs. So we have a section. It's got an embed name. It's got instance. So offset is going to be section.instance 0. Okay. If okay. So we're offset 0 if we're not embedded. Or something. We'll probably modify that later. Float 32 subtitle instance. Instance 0 dot time begin. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's still not going to work. But one day it will, and that's the magic of video games. Right? I'm free. Finally. 40 days without pushing things. See, now it just doesn't
Way
stop.
too long.
Now it just doesn't stop. Finally. Finally. Now, what we do is we take the last samurai. Where was our no check-in? Where did I even put that? I know I put one. Okay, this is where we figure out how long it is. Oh, but we don't, I don't think we need to do that. We'll do that in play bark. Play bark. We said subtitles clip duration. Section.instance count -1. So we're just going to peek that dot something like that. Cool. Isn't the section.instance, that's true. You are correct. I just forgot where I was. I'm free. Finally. 40 days without pushing things. All right, well that didn't work. Way too long. While I've got this in my cut buffer, let's put that so I don't have to type it every time. What is going on? Maybe my suspicion, well, we'll see. I suspect that we're computing that time correctly, but we'll check it. We might not be. I feel like the error is later when we do the actual sound. The actual sound. Okay. I'm broke. Finally. I'm broke. Finally. Oh, come on, bro. I thought we did that. All right. I guess not. Oh, I probably didn't recompile. That's what happened. Okay, so DT. Well, that's an Apollo time, so have fun. Subtitties clip duration. 3.5 seconds. That sounds plausible. So we're setting the repeat end. I feel like We don't actually use that when we're playing the sound. Yeah, we don't. We don't. We only pay attention to that if it's repeating. So how do we know when we're done? No, maybe we do. Maybe we do. Okay, let's just see. Here. I mean, who knows? Maybe I just didn't rebuild. Okay. Stream play cursor. 110. It's about right. 1106027 minus 956088. 44500 times 3.4, or 44100. Yeah, 3.4. Yep. It checks out. It checks out. So, we must not fucking. Alright. Let's just let it go for a second. Dang it. Finally. 40 days without. Way too long. Oops. The problem is there's not a lot of junk on the end of the file, so I have to catch it. And we had a breakpoint in the wrong file, so I was in the wrong place. Let's try it again. I'm free. Finally. Wait, why is our subtitles 40 days without... That really disturbs me. Okay. It might be that the other sound hasn't gone away yet, which would be bad. Do I have the right audio file? What do you think we're hearing? What do you think we are hearing? Okay. Yeah, so we're still playing one of these guys. Oh, because right. Remember there's this 1.3 hack factor. Let's fix this and recompile. Just reduce the number of unknowns. There's a hack factor. I guess in sound. Duration. Total. Where was it? Am I not setting it? Don't you guys remember I was setting a duration to something times something. I thought it was duration total. Anyway. It might have been 1.1. It might have been 1.3. I seem to remember 1.3, but times 1.1 times 1.3. Maybe we deleted it because it was so badge. Badge. Okay, this actually worked now. So, the repeat end position is correct. Finally. 40 days. Okay. So the play cursor is past the repeat end position. What is this? See, we kind of ignore this flag if we're not repeating. This thing like reads in the source samples. So I just never really played a subset of a file before with this code, which is why it's like almost set up to do it, but not quite. And the problem is, okay. This must have been set, bro. Okay, so here we're going to say okay. Operator, oh, whoops. That was supposed to be one of these. Mofo. Mofo.
I'm free. Finally.
Okay. At least we did something new. Dust cursor. -1. How did that happen? How did that happen? See, in C, you would have just destroyed memory for a while. Here, we frickin' catch it right away. Dest cursor plus equals to subtract. I bet this is where the problem is.
Finally.
Finally. So we're hitting the buffer bounds. All right, well, bounds dot bounds. Let's just look at bounds. Start whatever, end whatever, and play cursor is going to be outside that. Stream play oh, we have it up there. 116028 116028. Yeah, so we're starting outside that. To copy. -1. That seems badge. Badge. Okay, so we're just going to put an explain in there. Explain yourself. Let's just do that. Where are the visuals? Well, they learned from video games back in the time when video games were Infocom games. And before they even had the Beyond Zork minimap. I'm free. Finally. Hey, it worked. Now, let's play another bark. What is going on with all these crystals? Casey, just go on twitter.com and search for all the arguments that I've had with web people who are saying how insanely hard it is to clip things to polygons or whatever the fuck they say. You haven't seen this? It happens like every 6 months. Last time it was a guy talking about how hard it is to clip things to spline paths. And that's why web technology is amazing. And I sent him a video of like Battlefield or some fucking thing. And I was like, motherfucker. How do you think that that's hard when you can see, you know that there are computer programs that do this. How do you think that that is hard? And these people, their brain just doesn't engage in that way. You know what I'm saying? But splines though, I know, man, splines. Holy shit, a spline. Like, when was the last time you even saw a web page try to clip something to a spline and have that actually work, by the way? Like, never mind that part. That, like, I've literally never seen a web page do that successfully. And if it did, it would, like, melt your CPU. I'm pretty sure X Windows was able to clip to a path, by the way. Also very slowly. They pioneered slow clipping for the people. Yeah. Yeah, the freaking video where he's like, let me make the selfie girl from Equations is baller, dude. surrounded by people who think they're in a position to enforce a point of view. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. The thing you have to remember is 99.99% of the information about how to program on the web is trash. And I don't think that that's an overestimate at this point. It just, the percentage of information that's trash keeps going up as the field gets bigger. Like when I was in college, it was probably only 90% was trash. Maybe it was higher. Maybe it was like 95. But we were not in 3 nines territory, I don't think, when I was in college. But now we're in like 4 nines territory. You've tried learning how to do web stuff the good way. There is no good way. Like, show me a website that actually works 100% of the time. I will say that the closest website that I know to actually working is the Hacker News website, ironically. But that's just because it's very simple, right? Which is what people should be doing, because they obviously can't do things that are more complicated. Like, dude, I tried to go on the Coinbase website today and that didn't fucking work. It was amazing. It's like, no wonder your guys' stock is tanking. Not your key. That's what the warrior in this game should say. He goes into a room full of monsters and says, not your keys, not your coin. Brian Armstrong seems like a great CEO, but something's off. I think the thing that's off is A, the entire field is a scam, right? And then B, I think their competitors have it in for them. And C, the press has it in for them. So I think their stock will go up later because I think even though the entire field is a scam, I think it still has legs, but it'll be a little bit. Leggy scam, yes. Leg scam. Okay, so now it's time to do some of the other... Oh, do I have a no check-in? I do. Let's go take care of that for a second. So maybe that. I'm free. Finally. Dang it. Am I actually going to voice act? It's unlikely. I am not as accomplished a voice actor as Casey, so You know, I'm gonna stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? Oh, whoops! I meant min. I meant min. Why isn't there a buddy platformer called Max and Min? I'm free. Finally. Hey. Okay. I'm free. Finally. Okay, so we don't have to no check and explain this. We're going to commit. Progress on the Bark system. So now we're going to have a few ways of Barks happening. One of them is going to be like I think one thing we're going to want to do a lot is do like a bark at the beginning of a level, and I'm a little bit torn on how to do it. We could just put fields on the dude, like initial bark and initial bark delay or something, right? And if it's set, we just do it. And that means you could set an initial bark without having to make new markers, because a lot of the times it might be, oh, if you get to this point in the level, say something, right? Now, the upside of that is it's convenient. The downside is it's like two ways of doing things. Whereas if I made a marker and just put it under his feet, now that said, you might want to have randomized barks sometimes. You might want to be like, let's go, or like, hell yeah, like randomly. I don't really know if we want to do that in this game. That was almost a full ban. My mouse pointer hovered over the ban button. Check those corners. Clear! Stay frosty. I could be like Apex Legends and try to be as woke as possible. Taking a knee. Taking a knee. It's really, that game is really funny because they managed to do all that stuff without pissing people off. They're like somehow just inside the line where people notice it and they notice that they're doing it, but it also doesn't actively piss people off, whereas other games do. I don't quite understand how they do it. Has Woke peaked yet? Maybe. I would have called the peak when the Dave Chappelle thing failed, and then especially when Elon fired SpaceX people. But I thought it had peaked when COVID started happening, because I was like, oh, now there's like a serious problem, and people know. And that was super wrong. That was astonishingly wrong call on my part. So, yeah, maybe it's going to come back even more. Okay. Did I check this in? I feel like I didn't. Oh, I guess I did. Oh no, it's not going to work unless I do this. All right, it might compile, but it won't run. It won't run. Okay. So I still have this conundrum. Let's take a look at the video game. I feel like I kind of want to put it on the characters. Just because then also if you move the character or something, it stays. Okay, I'm going to put them in 1, 2, and 4. We're going to skip 3 for now. Calling it, it's a mistake to call it after the room name. So we might want to move it. We're going to call it semantically. This is the semantic web where we label things by what they mean. Okay, so we're going to go we're going to go version 24. We're going to say bark or story. Initial bark is a string, version 24. Initial bark delay is 1.5. I don't know.
And then we're going to need like a bark, initial bark countdown.
Okay, and then in level start reevaluate for all the guys. All right, and then in simulate, we're gonna go, let me, this is do not display. Okay, so in cosmetic only things. Do we have a guy loop in here? Yes. Okay, if e dot initial bark countdown is greater than or equal to 0, at minus equals dt, if it is now less than or equal to 0, we set it to -1. This is a pattern I've done so many times. That means we latched and we fired the thing. And then we say play bark e dot initial bark. 60% of the time, it works every time. F yes, where Joe Biden comes to take away your guns and then falls off his bike. Dude, if somebody just made those on Steam, like imagine you just had some shitty 2D game engine, right? And like once a week, remember when like Auto-Tune the News was big on YouTube for like 6 months? It's like you just do the game version of that. You just do some like click and play thing. And you charge like, you just release it in quarters, right? You charge like $3.99 and the Steam updates just keep updating every week's into your thing. And then for Q3 2022, it's a new executable with a new $3.99, right? Like, how does nobody do this? I'm tempted to do it, dude. Okay. free. Finally. 40 days without cooking things. Way too long. Let me go back. Can I solve the level before 40 days without cooking things? Way too long. What is going on with all these crystals? Okay. We have success. We have success. Yeah, you guys have got to understand that I've worked for years of my life on this game, as well as other things at the same time. But, like, I care a lot about this game, and don't fuck with me. That's all I'm saying. This game is, along with the compiler, the most important thing in my life for 6 years. So, I'm just saying. I am just saying. Can it clip text to a spline? It cannot. It is not very good at that. Okay, I want to do some more stories. Okay, we're going to do, let's make a release build. We're going to do I'm trying to think of how to say something in a non-colloquial way. Okay, let's put embeds on all these. Put them in bed. going to be the first time he picks up a gem. And then we're not being very creative on these. We're getting the system working. And then we'll have one for feels like it was made. Feels like it was made just for my own arm. What's it do though? Okay. All right. Voice acting career reboot phase 2. Here's some recordings for The Promised Guy. I can't believe I finally found this place. These things are still running after centuries. That old magic must have been devastatingly powerful. Lovely. I feel powerful. Feels snug, like it was made just for my own arm. What's it do, though? All right. Can't believe I finally found this place. These 12.5. These things are still running after centuries. That old magic must have been devastatingly powerful. 18.7. And 19.8. Lovely. 21.17. 22.3. I feel powerful. 24.97. 27.23. And do though. 32.9. Save this. OGG file, because we don't care. We don't care. Whoops. I saved it as uncharted4.ogg. No, not data PC. Data. Sound. Temporary VO. Uncharted 4. Add. I assume I already did this. No, I didn't. Oops. Okay. Okay, now we got to play these from the gameplay. Like, dude, if you just licensed an existing bike game like Action Supercross or whatever and put Joe Biden's face on it, there you go. There you go. That's all you need to do. It's like 1 hour. By the way, Joe Danger is a bike game starring a dude named Joe, so I'm just saying. Okay. So we're going to have some bark flags. See, this one's a little bit tough. Because we have a number of levels where you pick up a first gem. Let's do the easy ones anyway. What are the easy ones? The starting bark, that's easy. These things are still running after centuries. I think that's easy. And the feels snug. All right. Actually, we need to check the level set name on that one. Okay, so Artifact by Valve Software. Artifact. If it's overworld, I don't know what that's about. Find heavy thing at. Check for artifact pickup. Okay. Current level. We're just going to hard code the bark because that's how we make video games. Snuggie. It is not like the Snuggie. Hmm. Where do we set active counts? That's what I want to know. Ah, there we go. Beam scan. Okay. We're probably going to want a cleaner way to do this. If we have not ever been in a strong beam before, that's what I'm looking to do. If it's a guy and we're in Promised One, we play Bark. Finally. Promised One strong. Okay. Same. Same. First time we take a gem. Okay, if not, guy dot, this is what I made these flags for. One time bark flags and if we haven't done this, we OR it and we play bark. We probably want to pass the character, but we'll do that later. Okay, so now we're going to want first gem pickup. It's like 52 pickup, but less, 51 less than 52 pickup. Take gem. I could comment a little bit. Instead of using one-time bark flags, because we already record one-time flags for beam powers, just use that. Okay, so let's just make sure this compiles, because it does. Okay, great. Next, what? We did lovely, we did strong, we did snug. We need the cart and the initial. All right, so for the initial, we can just set on the guy. But for the cart, we're going to make a marker. And then we're going to have some code that handles that marker. And there's a couple different places that you could see a cart. All right. So his initial thing is going to be this. Okay. And then when he sees this cart, $6.21. I don't know why I don't improve that. Wait, why is that a frickin' scroll? What the actual fuck? Okay. Why is that the marker? All right. Sometimes people do things that I don't understand why they think that's the right thing to do. How do I... X1, Y2, 1. Why do we still not have good boxes? Okay, this marker is going to have script name bark. We do not have a string argument to put in a bark name. So we're going to have to put that. We're going to put a thing called string argument there. All right, so version 7. I guess I have parameter and argument. So that's great. Okay, so now spatial bounding box extents. Trigger contains entity. Case bark. Name is marker.string parameter. If name, play bark name, else log error. Is a bark marker but has an empty string parameter field. Entity string marker. Okay. Cool, cool. Now that's for area markers. Point markers are handled literally somewhere else, but we will check that as well. So I've got to put the name of the bark in the parameter now, and that is promised one cart. I can't believe I finally found this place. I guess that fired because we hadn't ticked down his timer when we entered the thing, lol. So it did there. Okay. Script name. String parameter. There we go. All right.
I can't believe I finally found this place.
Here we go.
I can't believe I finally found. I can't believe I finally found this place.
Whoa! We didn't flag that. We didn't flag that. So we're playing at every frame. Warning. Warning. Will Robinson. Will Robinson. If marker.boolean parameter, this was used, do nothing else, or Boolean argument. Warning, Will Robinson. All right. Starting over.
I can't believe I finally found this place. These things are still running after centuries. I would imagine it must have been devastatingly bad.
Okay, so that didn't show subtitles for some reason. It worked. So I'm kind of not sure. I mean, maybe the old one's still playing. That's like a theory.
Lovely.
No. Interesting.
You feel powerful?
I guess we took out that cart. So we're done with the markup here. Oh no, there's this one. So we will copy this Markerino to here. Whoops. I meant to paste. Boom. Now the thing is, you know what I could do? I'm going to super cheese it because I don't want to have to make a flag for this. So we're literally going to make the box big like Kanye the Giant. There. So if you go anywhere in here or in here, which is the only ones you could go.
can't believe I finally found this place.
I'm going to wait a little bit for this timer to bleed out in case, like, the sound still exists or whatever. Get elevator info. Hell yeah. That didn't play the lovely at all, that I heard.
These things are still running after centuries. That old magic must have been devastatingly powerful.
And we didn't play it at all there. What the fuck is going on? All right, so our system basically works, except it kind of doesn't work, which puts us on par with Cyberpunk. So if you would like to give me now my $700 million for this game, the hell is all that fog? Oh, we didn't test this one, by the way. Why didn't that play a thing? So we didn't even try to play these other barks based on the level state.
I can't believe I finally found.
All right, so we played that one. Now what about when I go pick up a freaking gem? Not. Why not?
We found this place.
I thought we played that before. All right, let's see the code. Gems, right? Oh, maybe the never picked up flag is not set. I bet that's it. Oh. Oh no. Context. Oh, come on. What? Bro. Why can we not see fucking context right now? What is... You broke it. That is a compiler bug, probably. Let's see if we can see it in x64. Context. Current level set. Name is promised 1. Play Bark. Wait, what? It works in x64 backend? Are you shitting me? We have an LLVM specific problem.
I finally found this place.
Take out my breakpoint.
I can't believe I finally found this place.
Okay, so there we played Bark.
Lovely.
Okay, we played
I'm
that.
still running after centuries.
We played that. Now we're not drawing them, but that's a different issue.
Powerful.
That one worked. It's just very quiet.
Feels snug, like it was made just for my own arm. What's it do?
Okay, so we have a separate problem. We have 2 bugs right now, which is in well, we have maybe 3 bugs. In LLVM, something is going hella wrong with the context current level set. Oh! It's because I control F11'd. We might want a better way to do this. So this like hard-coded hard coding based on the name kind of sucks because when you control F11 from the editor, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, we'll add something different. So, you know, if you're working on a level in the editor, like maybe you rename it to something else, you're kind of just working with a temporary version. It's not like in that level set in gameplay in the same way. Okay, let's... So I think that's one of the problems, one of the 3 or 4 problems. So if in story promised 1, okay. That would have been confusing if I didn't really figure that out. Just do this to make it a little faster. Gems, HUD, beam scan. So we're going to store it on the settings entity. Actually, wait, what did we call it? Get story. Let's call it tag. Okay. Settings. We're going to have a story page. Did I literally just change this? Is there a V12? Nope. Alright. Bro, what just... That was me putting a line on my line. Get story tag. Boomerino, Zoomerino, Pagloom, Legumerino, Vadavoomerino. Okay. Now this is going to be promised one. Zach is the actual name of the level. We're going to load it. We're going to say story tag, settings, story tag is promised one. We're going to go ahead and set that on the other two. We're also going to set it on the overworld. Sure are taking a long time to load things. We'll put it here. So, need some gold wave maxing. You know, I thought I did that. Oh, I didn't do it here. Good point. I forgot. Oh my goodness. Lovely. See, effect, volume, loudness. Please be less loud as whoops. What the hell? I said 50%. Change volume. Like, how's that not loudness? Okay, that worked for some reason. Nope. Nope. Whole file. Maximize volume. Oh, bro. Who is taking up all the volume? Who is... Is that an actual sample right there? No. What? Why are we not maximizing? Why are we not? Oh, this thing right here. I actually don't want to cut very much out.
Promised guy. Here's some.
See, video games are hard, guys. That's all I'm saying to you. All right. Boom. Okay, so I want to set the story tag on overworld to overworld. Okay. So now let's run with LLVM and see if those things at least work. Dude, the lamp in the corner is flickering all of a sudden. It's like I'm in Twin Peaks.
Can't believe I finally found this place. Lovely. These things are still running after centuries. That old magic must have been devastatingly powerful. I feel powerful?
So I don't know why none of the
Powerful?
rest of those are working.
I'm free. Finally. 40 days without push. Way too long. What's going on with all these crystals?
What is the deal with airplane food? What is the deal with airplane food? So those ones work. But the other one doesn't. Okay, how do we debug this?
I'm free. Finally.
Finally.
Feels snug, like it was made just for my own arm. What's it do, though?
See, that's the thing is like, I feel like it has to do
Feels
with
snug. Feels snug.
one
Feels
of these is
snug,
already
like it
playing.
was made just for my own arm. Feels snug. Feels snug, like it feels snug.
So maybe there's a good place I can put a breakpoint that's like,
I feel powerful.
like when we don't get subtitle text.
These things are still running after centuries.
Because it obviously
That
works.
old magic must have been devastatingly powerful.
Devastatingly dope.
Can't believe I finally found this place. Lovely. These things are still running after centuries.
Yeah.
That old magic must have been devil.
Oh shit, I hit Z and it started playing.
These things are still running after centuries. That old magic must have been devastatingly powerful.
Yeah, I think there's old sounds hanging out, not dying. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Because the other ones only had 1 bark per level, and when we reload the level, we splash all the entities. So here, I'm just gonna go. Short game report tprint by type.issued sound.count. Oh, entity issues. Why don't I rename that? It's so the thing that searches for what to subtitle gives up on the first one. It assumes there's only one playing subtitle. So if they stay around as zombies after it's done, then all right, so I'm gonna hard restart.
Can't believe I finally found this place.
Yeah, see? See that? See that? How many sounds are there? There's 1. There's 1. If I undo, now there's 0.
Lovely.
Now there's 1. So when I do this,
These
it won't
things are
work.
still running after centuries. That old magic must have been devastatingly powerful.
So they just don't die. That is our last bug of the evening. Remember that times 1 point whatever that we were doing and then we weren't doing? We should do that. I'm actually going to add a constant instead. Entity pass. So we should schedule for destruction here. Kill sounds. No? Sound simulate. My lifetime. Okay. My lifetime. Okay. I'm starting to get a little tired. It's been a good day of many things getting done. We just want to get this last thing done. Let us think. Why did this go away? And why isn't everything going away if we're, you know what? Let's just breakpoint it. Let's not even think about it. Sometimes we think about it and sometimes we're like, you know, we could go to bed soon. Let's just breakpoint it. And that's what we were doing. That is what we are doing. Right? So we're going to play this one. Can't believe I finally found this place. Now, sound. I bet we're just not calling sound simulate at all. But we'll see. Update audio backend mixer. Here we go. That's one of the entity managers. This is another one. My lifetime. 16. Okay, that must have just been set by default. I need to look more. My lifetime equals. Hey, look, it's in frickin' sound catalog. Okay. Yeah, so it plays out for the entire duration of the file. We need to change that. So when we play a bark, here, we're going to say, like historically, if you have feedback from your audio system to your gameplay system, it's kind of bad because like, oops, wait. We'll get there. We'll get there. American Airlines plans to drop service to 4 U.S. cities in September. Of course. Of course. What do you expect? What? Like, obviously,
Can't
right?
believe I finally found this place.
Just expect that to continue. Like, there literally was a book written about this in the 50s. It literally had all of these things.
Lovely. These things are still running after centuries. That old magic must have been devastatingly powerful. I feel powerful.
What was the book? What book? People who know. People who know the book know the book.
Feels snug, like it was made just for my own arm. What's it do, though?
George Orwell, 1981. That's not the book. What book starts with people shutting down air travel and other forms of transportation because they can't sustain it anymore? Outbreak? No, that's a different situation. Okay. I just want to get rid of this. And I think that's GG's, guys. It's a good night's sleep. It's a good night's sleep. Let me check my emails to make sure. Okay, the build did succeed before. Okay. This is good. So I'm going to put in my report to the team about what I'd done today. I worked on elevators. I worked on particles. I worked on tone mapping and a little bit of camera interpolation of tone mapping. It was a very productive day. How big is the team? Not big enough, but we're hiring. We're hiring so much. Well, thanks everybody for coming by. We had good times. We had good times. We programmed. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you later on. Let me successfully close Goldwave out of Triumph. I started using Goldwave at my first game company in the 90s. I think it was my business partner at the time who found it on the internet. That's how long I've been using Goldwave, guys. Thank you, everybody. See you later.